Hey, this is Vincent VYAU. It is October the 2nd, Sunday, and I've got with me an HP TouchPad. And so I'm not even going to do a full review for this thing since this thing is going to be obsolete. I just had mentioned HP TouchPad earlier in the week, and I figured since HP is going to make one more last batch that they're going to put out at fire sale prices, that I would just tell you what's the good and the bad and whether or not you should wait for, say, another tablet like the Kindle Fire. So, here we go. First of all, the bad. I just wiped this thing down probably like a minute ago, and it has already built up fingerprints on the back again, like real bad. Obviously with the iPad 2 and iPad, they knew what they were doing when they made the back aluminum. This thing looks nice when it's clean, but I can't imagine your friend or someone that you want to show this off to taking one look at all the fingerprints on the back and saying, hey, yeah, hand that to me, I want to play with that. Or you picking up some girl at Starbucks, you know, because I pick up so many girls with my iPad 2 at the Starbucks, or even bring my iPad 2 to the Starbucks, or even go to Starbucks. But if I did, I would definitely pick up a lot of chicks. That's right, I just called you chicks. This video is going straight to hell, but I'm still going to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there because I keep it real. Now, I went over the bad. The other bad is that this has a front-facing camera, which at first I was going to say, you know what, I'm going to buy one for my grandparents so that they can talk to my parents in Hong Kong, right? Busted! I mean, the Skype interface on it is a little buggy. There are artifacts, the compression is bad. I have not tested this touchpad to touchpad, but I have tried it touchpad to iOS, touchpad to computer, and there are some issues with it. Maybe it's just my network. Maybe when I try to talk to my parents using this to their iPad 2, it's got problems. But overall, just a lot of signal degradation and artifacts that show up when you try to video chat. So, if you're thinking about getting a tablet to webcam with, don't get this one. So, that being said, now you really have to consider, because before maybe that was the edge that this would have over the Kindle. It would be the front-facing camera, and the Kindle doesn't have one, but that's not the case. The other thing, apps. There will be no more apps for this, unless there might be a few publishers out there that will still try to capture that very, very niche market of, you know, a few 100,000 people if they still buy apps. Doubtful. I think a lot of people that bought these were either looking just to use it as a surfing tablet near their TV, or to port Android to. And I know there's some teams working to port Android to this, like the CyanogenMod team, making good progress. But you know, overall, you know, don't count on any new apps coming out for this. Don't count on Netflix being out for it, unless you port to Android and the compatibility is still there for Netflix to work with Android on the touchpad. It's a leap of faith. Good thing about this, though, the good. Let's get to the good. Since I've been bashing this thing, you probably have turned off the review by now and said I'm not buying one. But the good thing is it can stream some Flash content like YouTube and Amazon Prime. I think I got Enterprise on here. Oh, and the multitasking is pretty good, and I'll get to that. It's true multitasking, where it's still running in the background. Although it is a little buggy, right? I think the sound is bugged out on this, maybe, or maybe not. It just needed a little time to buffer. And I just pushed full screen to try to make the picture a little bigger and see if anything will break, because it's been known to happen. You will not see Netflix though on this, though, because Netflix is Microsoft Silverlight, whereas Amazon Prime uses Adobe Flash. And as this thing is buffering, it is going crazy. This is like some sort of, you can see that, right? The flickering and the After Effects, that is crazy. I think it's going to fix itself, maybe. If not, unless you have epilepsy, this could be a cool way to watch the episode. That's pretty funny. Okay, so while that is running in crazy spliced up. Oh god, it's the title for Enterprise. Cut that off. Bad. Sorry for those that like the title of Enterprise. It's garbage. But yeah, look, just throw things up. Alright, cool way to close out multitasking apps. I wish Apple would do the same thing, because right now they're double click at the bottom. A lot of people don't know how to access that. So, I mean, I know how to use it, but overall, I'd much rather just throw the apps that are open, you know, up to the top of the screen and have them disappear. What I like to use this thing for is for the Super Nintendo emulator, and they've got one for free on the HP, I guess, App Store. Here's Final Fantasy VI. I mean, how awesome is that, right? Good stuff. Yep. And you're like, hey, Vincent, what are you doing? Pirating ROMs and stuff. No. This is serious backup. I got Final Fantasy III right here. Oh, wait, that's the actual Final Fantasy III. I got the Final Fantasy III right here. Right. Not Final Fantasy VI, but, you know, I got that. And, you know, even more so, I got the PlayStation Final Fantasy Anthology that's got 5 and 6 on it. So, yeah, big Final Fantasy nerd. But having this on TouchPad is pretty cool. And you can load other ROM backups onto this. Just USB cable, you copy them over, works like a charm. One bad thing about it is the, you know, you're never going to get a good interface to use the top buttons properly, but you know, that being said, I mean, I like the browsing experience on this better than I do on the iPad for the most part, mainly because with the iPad normally you're thrown to mobile sites because it just reads that it's an iOS operating system and then sends you to the mobile website. That, and there's no Flash, so sometimes they send you to the mobile website anyway just because you don't have Flash. I like the photo album on HP's better because you don't have to sync it in order to get into albums. And I wish the mail program worked better with certain things. I'm having issues running Gmail accounts through TouchPad. But no, other than that, if you want to just use this as a surfing YouTube, Facebook machine with a very limited number of games, and Pandora, they got Pandora for this. They got Angry Birds for this. I think Angry Birds is free. But yeah, overall, you'll find there aren't that many apps for this thing. So my advice is, unless you can find this for like $100, don't buy it. Save your $200 and get yourself a Kindle. And I pre-ordered one, so as soon as I get it in, I'll try to do a review, depending on what my work schedule looks like. But would love to do a Kindle Fire review, but I'm sure that it is going to be worth more for you'll get more for your money out of a Kindle than you would for a touchpad, even at this price range. I mean, it's an alright tablet. Like I said, the iOS iPhone iPads just feel a lot more finished. There's still some glitches and bugs with this thing. The notification system is in here is nice. You'll see the same notification system updated, or I won't say same, but it's pretty similar to what Apple is bringing in the new iOS that Steve Jobs showed off. That's that. You know, if you find it cheap, get it. If you don't, don't. Don't go out and spend more than $200 for this. Save the money, get yourself a Kindle Fire. I haven't even touched it, but I've got that much faith that Amazon's going to do right. So, that's it. Thanks for watching.